can't believe it. I burned my nose working outside. I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? I probably should put some calamine lotion on it. That's the problem when you work in a garden. I always the bugs like me, so I either get burnt or I get some bugs eating my body somewhere. They like it along the neck, so I try to keep my hair down even though it's hot. I don't know. I'm really having some allergies today. Maybe there's a lot of stuff in the air. I don't know. Very interesting. But hi, how are you guys? Today is what? Thursday, right? See, when you're on permanent vacation by being retired, you have to remind yourself of what day it is because one day kind of just flows into the next. The reason I know I just did a meditation, but the reason I called in meditation today because it's really pretty serious. I mean, what's going on in the world? So let me start with that first. Okay, let me start with some astrology first. Okay, so yeah, my eyes are bothering me too. I wonder if the allergens are high today. I'll have to look that up later. Um, but I decided to do this meditation. Saturn is opposing Neptune, right? And what Saturn is doing is like the planet of iron. So it might be a good time to make sure you're getting enough iron in your diet. And one of the plants, we're going to talk a little bit about plants today. One of the plants that gives you iron is nettle. So I bought myself some nettle tincture. A lot of the herbs I do and a lot of the plants I do are tinctures. So I like to do tinctures, and what I'm getting inspired to do is get a big jug of pure water. I have to put my water filter on. Probably I'll do a post on that next week on how to change the water filter. Okay, so I'll do that next week. But you want to get a water filter and get a jug of water, big jug of water, and do peppermint leaf. You could put nettle tincture in there. You could do lemon balm. Let me see what else. Olive leaf. Olive leaf is the king of leaf for reducing diabetes. So if you have any kind of sugar or metabolic imbalance, I think all of us as we get older, well, there's young people too right now. I would like to see what I'd like to see. I wish I could manifest this. Maybe we should meditate on this. I would like to see a fast food restaurant open up that sells like brown rice, shiitake mushrooms, Haziki seaweed. That's what I'd like to see open up. And, these like really healthy salads. I think we need to get really healthy on this planet physically and mentally. So, yeah, you can make yourself a jar of peppermint leaf tea. I would even throw some ginger in it. So, the website, the name of this website, I want to give a shout out to this guy, Heal Essence, HEALESSENCE. Check that out. I think we could all benefit from that. And we need to cook more with rosemary and bay leaves. So I think what I'm going to do is in my garage, I'm going to have them put in one of those grow lamps, and I'm going to start growing these in my garage. I think we need these medical herbs because I have a lot growing in my garden right now, but I probably should put more of the herbs. Okay, so yeah, so what's going on this planet? So heal your body, heal your mind, heal your spirit. That's the message here. Check it out. I think it's worth the check out. Get yourself the gallon jar, put some pure water in it, after you made some peppermint tea. I like the tinctures because, everybody's so busy running around right now because the pace is accelerated. I really like tinctures. So today I did the tincture of nettle because I have a tendency to be deficient in iron and my energy has been much better. So if you feel like your energy is really low, probably try some nettle leaf extract. It has the power of iron in a very easy way to absorb it into your body. And then I would also put in I would get a tincture of olive leaf extract, and I'd put that in my tea. And IMO, you could do your own research, check your doctor out for entertainment purposes only. According to the doctor on his channel, that will reduce your blood sugar level. Get yourself a little blood sugar level kit, stick your finger in and prick it, and monitor it weekly, right? Weekly, I would say. And I would really get into those herbs, right? Those leaves that are growing on our planet. Talk about growing on our planet. Okay, let me do a clearing first. Yeah, everybody's up in their heads again. Well, because there's this stupid war going on, okay? Every time they drop these friggin' bombs, so sad. It's so visually sad. Look at Tel Aviv. Oh my God. I mean, what are they doing, man? They need like a natural disaster, like a big earthquake. God needs to shake these people up. And that's what they're doing. Every time they drop these bombs, they're cracking our planet. That's what I said back in spring when I did a post. I said they're cracking our planet like an egg. I did it around Easter time, and look what's cracking. Everything's cracking. All these earthquakes. I was going to go to the Philippines, but not right now. So you need to pick up your lightsabers. How do you do that? We're going to do a clearing right now. I started lifting weights. Let me just show you an inspiration here. Get your 5-pound weight and start lifting your weights. This will tighten up your core. You'll keep your upper body strong because I have deficiencies in my lower body. I'm thinking of taking up Pilates, although I have a partially torn ligament. And I can't find a doctor who wants to fix it. They all want to do a hip transplant. And I'm not doing any hip transplant. I had a heart attack about 20 years ago. I felt myself, I pulled over the car to the side of the road and I said, oh my God, I feel like I'm like leaving my body. I couldn't believe it, you know? So when I went in for a bladder lift, the doctor, I know when they hooked me up to the EKG, I said, I know they're going to find like this irregularity. And sure enough, she said, oh yeah, you had a heart attack. Yeah, I know. Okay. So let's get on with it. So yeah, we need to start taking care of our bodies right now. Make yourself those herbal teas. Let's start reducing the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. Remember the word lousy? It's the bad cholesterol, LDL, lousy cholesterol. So these herbs will clean it out of your arteries. If we're going to get more into plant medicine, medicine's changing. Right now we got Saturn opposite Neptune. It's ripping the masks off of all these illusions. If we thought that all of Western medicine could heal us, we'd be healthy by now. So yeah, it's coming into plant medicine now. Going to have more plant medicine. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. You might feel your body vibrating at this point. Every time they drop those friggin' bombs, they're cracking our planet. Haven't you noticed that? What don't I understand about that? Okay, you might feel your body moving at the hip area. We're opening up the sacral joint. What don't they understand that every time you drop a plant on Mother Earth, she's going to fight back. She's going to come up with the volcanoes. That's where we should throw our trash. I should be throwing them in the volcanoes, feed the fire, throw all the trash in there, all the garbage. That's the biggest incinerator on the planet, and we don't use it. We could throw all our trash in there and clean up our whole planet. I mean, look at how dirty India is. Look at how dirty all these places are. You know, they need to start cleaning their area. Everybody needs to clean up the planet, not destroy it. But that's what's happening. They're destroying each other. That's not normal behavior. Okay? Shh. We're leaving Kali Yuga and we're moving into, so Ashtar's here. Okay. Okay, welcome, Ashtar. We're leaving behind Kali Yuga. So this is a time we need to receive some blessings, okay? So whatever issue you have right now, just put it in a light. You might feel some energy coming out of your palms, and that's okay, that's normal. Center of the heart. Remember, I always say stay in your heart. Stay in your heart. So I brought together this meditation. Okay, just allow the healing to take over your body. I brought us into this meditation because the earth is suffering. All the directions, right? The north, the south, the east, the west. Like I'm so blessed. I live in the middle of 4 gardens. I feel like I'm the center of a mandala. Yeah, I feel like something's bothering my throat. Maybe I need to go outside. I'm gonna check the air quality today. So yeah, the earth is suffering right now. So as you absorb this healing energy, I gotta find my hat. I just saw my neighbor with her hat. She has such a cute hat. It looks like something out of the 1930s. They're wonderful people. They're Korean. I mean, I can't speak to them. I need to get that thing on my phone to translate the languages. I got to figure out how to do that. All right, so our Earth is suffering right now. That's why I called this meditation today. Saturn is opposite Neptune. So it's like the Father saying, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Neptune goes, no, I just want to like float around. But this is not the time to float around. This is the time to transform. Okay, so we want to stay in the center of transformation. You know, I keep saying I see that image of the lightsaber. You know, okay, let me do some Reiki. Yeah, my throat is like really feeling something today. I think what's happening right now too is my throat chakra is opening. So you might feel that too, like at different days or different times, like different parts of your body will feel like they're releasing, almost like you're cracking open, right? Like cracking, right? Cracking. So allow the cracking to happen. Okay, we're meditating still on our sacral iliac joint. So we need to meditate. We need to meditate on the elements, the 5 elements. We need to calm down the wind. Wow, there's too many cyclones, too many hurricanes, too many tornadoes. We need to calm down the wind. I mean, if you guys don't see that, it's time to wake up and get out of our little Neptune shell. And Saturn says, I'm the dad. You got to get into meditation. You got to do the work. You got to transform yourselves, transform your lives, transform the people around you. That's what Saturn is saying right now. Take a little more iron in your diet. Get yourself a tincture of iron and start taking it. You know, you can eat seaweed too. I eat Hiziki seaweed. That's real good. It's high in iron. So we need to calm down the wind. Our planet is suffering. Our planet is dying. You know, we need to transform it. So wherever you are, you need to create the beauty on the planet. You need to take control of the planet. Wherever you are, start with yourself. Start with your area. The wind. Let's calm down the wind. We need to calm down the fire. As we get closer into July, there's going to be more fire energy. So we need to calm down the fire. You know, calm down the volcanoes. Calm down the fires that are taking place in the woodlands. Yeah, my ears are bothering me. There's some allergies today. I don't know if I want to go outside today. But, you know, even to be outside for 11 minutes, they say, every day is so important just to absorb the sun's rays. So we want to use the sun for good purposes and not bad purposes. We don't want it to ignite fires. So we really have to focus on healing our planet, healing our trees, healing our vegetations, protecting them from fires. Because all the animals are suffering too. So, even all these people are still putting poisons on their plants. My neighbor, I love him dearly, right? Even though I really can't speak to them, but I love them dearly. But he sprays with chemicals. And in that area are all these bald yellow spots because it's a poison. I never get those. I get a lot of dandelions. I do have to go out and do some, what is that cut where you cut the gun down the grass? So we need to take care of our planet. I think that's why a few years back they had all those floods in Kansas. Because what do they use to contain their weeds? They use chemicals. We need to stop using chemicals on the earth because that's setting up such a destructive vibration. There's other things we could put on the plants. They're not going to create this such toxic energy that's washing into our waterways and creating algae to grow. So we got to be responsible, right? So that goes back to farms, right? Goes back to farms. So there you go. You got your wind, you got your fire, you got your earth, right? You got your water. The essence of our planet. The more you keep bombing it, the more it's going to keep cracking. So we have to be responsible here. What are we doing, right? That's why yesterday I did a post called When Reality Comes a Knockin', right? We have to be responsible for what we're doing on our planet. All right, so let me do a little bit more clearing. And I think I am I'm going to look up what the pollen condition is today. I thought I took down my honeysuckle. And my friend from India, she was upset with me. She says, "You cut down your honeysuckle?" And I go, "It was crawling all the way up to the top of my roof, right?" So, but you know what? It's back. It's kind of wrapped itself around the, here, let me turn this around. I should get my other camera hooked up. I really have to be better with technology. Where it's wrapped itself around the lilac bush. It's like these little yellow flowers. And I have a lime tree that's growing, and I think the poor thing, it's got one line that looks green, one that looks black, and then one that looks yellow. Oh my God, you know what that reminds me of? The four directions. It reminds me of the four directions. How, I don't know if you've ever done a Indian ceremony, Native American, but they have this tree, right? And then they put tobacco in it, and you put like good wishes in it, and then you tie it on the tree, and then it blows out healing directions to the different directions, the north, the east, the west, and the south. Each is represented by a different color. Yeah, that's a good one to do if you want to do like a meditation in the southwest. I think that would be very healing for the planet. I have to take my computer in because it is, the charge is, something's wrong with the whole thing. I have like a crack in the wiring. Yeah, it's interesting. I have a crack in the wiring that feeds the computer, and I have a crack in my hose outside. So water and electricity. So be careful when there's storms, because that's like, you could get, like a lot of people have died of, what is that called? Lightning right now. So we really have to be conscious. We really have to tune into our surroundings. All right. I have to get going because I got three, how many do I have? 3 marigolds that I want to, no, not marigolds. I do want some marigolds. I have 3 geraniums that I have to plant. And they're my friend's favorite color. They're salmon colored. They're pretty. So let me do some Reiki before we depart. So think about that. Let's do meditations to heal our planet, right? I want you guys to work on that, all right? I hope you work on that because I think it's really important right now to meditate for the healing of our planet. And hopefully you're moving into a peaceful area, or you're in an area where there's peace. I mean, that's why I like where I am. It's very peaceful here. All right, let me do one more Reiki session on you. So that's what came through today. The more we drop these bombs, more destroy the whole planet. Aren't there groups of environmental activists? Isn't Prince William involved in saving our planet? He's involved in something. I mean, if he's involved in animal shelters, he should start with Sri Lanka. Too many wild dogs everywhere. Where are the dog lovers? They should go out and create these shelters for dogs, right? Maybe you could pay people to do that. All right, let me focus here. I'm sorry. Okay, focus on the heart chakra. A strong one. Yeah, there's a lot of people grieving right now. There's a lot of loss on the planet. That beautiful CEO, right, who perished with his relatives under the capsized boat. I prayed for them yesterday. The mom survived with the 7-month-old baby. So we need to pray for people. We need to pray for our neighbors. We need to pray for ourselves. We need to pray for our relatives. And we need to pray for the people that are on the other side, because they're spending a lot of time looking after us right now. You kind of want to make that heartfelt connection to them. Don't tune them out just because they're on the other side. Don't let your grief stop you from connecting. See, that's the thing. Don't let the grief and sorrow stop you from connecting with your relatives. I love my physical therapist, Lori. She's so amazing. She on her wall she has these pictures of the Reiki symbols for healing our body. All right, so we're going to depart here, and remember to stay in your heart and make yourself some tea. Because I just find myself sometimes drinking too much coffee, and I thought, wow, plant medicine, that's a good way to bring some good healing energy into your body, right? So stay in the light, and I hope I get some people sending me some info here. I don't know, I only got one dot here. Why is there only one dot? I don't even know what that means. There's one green dot. It is right next to the microphone. Oh, I guess it's a speaking type of thing. So you can mute yourself. I see. What is that? You can share your screen. What's that? You can share and you can end it. I wonder if I could share it right with Facebook. I don't know. Whoops.